Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt confused by a woman's behavior? One moment she seems warm, interested, emotionally close, and the next moment she becomes distant, quiet, almost unreadable. And deep inside, you keep wondering, does she actually like me, or am I imagining everything? Most men never understand what's really happening in those moments. They focus on her words, but attraction is rarely revealed through words. It's revealed through emotional patterns, subtle behaviors, and silent signals that most men completely miss. And in this video, I'm going to show you the hidden psychological signs that reveal when a woman is already emotionally attached to you, even if she never says it directly. So before we begin, make sure to like this video and subscribe, because on this channel, we break down female psychology in a way most men never hear anywhere else. Now listen carefully. Because when a woman genuinely feels drawn to you, something changes in her energy long before she admits it. Attraction for women is emotional first. It begins internally, quietly, almost invisibly. She may still act normal on the surface, but underneath, her mind starts paying unusual attention to you. She notices your tone. She remembers your small habits. She becomes emotionally aware of your presence in a way she can't fully control. And the first sign most men overlook is this. She starts giving you emotional priority without realizing it. Suddenly, your messages feel more important to her than other people's messages. Your opinion carries more emotional weight. Your attention affects her mood. If you become slightly distant, she notices immediately. If you sound calm and confident, she relaxes around you. And this happens because her nervous system has started emotionally synchronizing with yours. You see, women don't emotionally connect through logic the way men often do. They connect through feelings of safety, emotional stability, and emotional tension. That's why the biggest mistake men make is trying too hard to impress her once they notice attraction. The moment you become needy for validation, her emotional curiosity starts fading, because attraction grows in emotional certainty, not desperation. When she's truly interested, she doesn't want a man who constantly seeks reassurance. She wants a man who remains emotionally grounded whether she gives attention or not. That emotional steadiness becomes addictive to her psychology. And here's where it gets deeper. When a woman starts liking you emotionally, her body language changes in subtle ways. She leans slightly closer during conversations. Her eye contact becomes softer but longer. She mirrors your phrases without realizing it. Sometimes she even adjusts her posture or tone to match your energy. Psychologists call this subconscious mirroring, and it's one of the strongest signs of emotional alignment. Her mind is unconsciously trying to create connection with you. But most men miss it because they're waiting for obvious signs instead of paying attention to emotional behavior. Another thing happens too. She begins creating small reasons to interact with you. She asks unnecessary questions she could easily figure out herself. She sends random messages just to continue conversation. She playfully challenges your opinions or teases you for small things. On the surface, it looks casual, but psychologically, it means she's trying to maintain emotional engagement. Women invest attention where they feel emotional attraction. If she keeps finding ways to pull you into her world, it's rarely accidental. Now, here's the uncomfortable truth most men never hear. When a woman starts emotionally falling for you, it actually scares her. Because attraction creates vulnerability. And vulnerability makes people feel exposed. That's why sometimes, right after showing strong interest, she suddenly becomes colder or more distant. Most men panic in this moment. They double text. They over-explain themselves. They ask, "Did I do something wrong?" But what they don't realize is that her distance often isn't rejection. It's emotional self-protection. She's trying to understand whether your confidence is real or temporary. She's testing whether your emotional stability disappears the moment her energy changes. This is where attraction either deepens or dies. If you react emotionally, become insecure, or chase harder, her instincts begin pulling away. But if you remain calm, centered, and emotionally composed, something powerful happens inside her psychology. She begins trusting your presence. She feels safe around your energy. And emotional safety is one of the strongest forms of attraction for women. Not safety in the physical sense alone, but emotional safety. The feeling that your mood, your confidence, and your identity don't collapse under pressure. And this is exactly why women become deeply attached to certain men. Not because those men are perfect looking, not because they say magical lines, but because their presence feels emotionally grounding. A calm man creates emotional peace inside a woman's nervous system, and once she experiences that feeling consistently, she starts associating you with comfort, stability, and emotional relief. That's why she begins opening up more personally around you. Her stories become deeper. Her tone softens. She shares insecurities she normally hides from people. She starts wanting your opinion on personal matters. She values your attention differently from everyone else's. At this stage, many men become overconfident and ruin everything. They assume attraction means they no longer need emotional discipline. But attraction isn't maintained through excitement alone. It's maintained through consistency. Women constantly observe whether your energy stays aligned over time. If your behavior suddenly becomes arrogant, emotionally reactive, or dependent on her validation, her emotional trust weakens. Because women don't stay emotionally attached to chaos for long. They stay attached to emotional steadiness. And yes, she may still test you sometimes. She may tease you, question your intentions, or temporarily pull back emotionally. But most of these behaviors are not conscious manipulation, they're emotional calibration. Her mind is trying to determine whether your strength is genuine, whether your calmness survives uncertainty, whether your confidence depends on her approval, and the men who pass these tests are usually the men who don't react impulsively. They stay patient, they stay emotionally controlled, they listen instead of panicking. Now let's talk about one of the clearest signs she's emotionally invested in you. Her attention becomes emotionally selective. Even if she's surrounded by other people, she keeps checking your reactions. She notices your silence immediately. Small changes in your mood affect her emotionally. And when a woman starts emotionally tracking your energy like this, it means your presence has entered her emotional world. You're no longer just another man to her. You've become psychologically significant. But here's something important you must understand. Once a woman becomes emotionally attached, she also becomes emotionally sensitive to inconsistency. Your tone matters more. Your distance matters more. Your absence affects her more deeply. And many men mistake this sensitivity for weakness or neediness, but it's actually emotional investment. When a woman cares deeply, she becomes highly aware of emotional shifts in the connection. That's why your emotional leadership matters even more after attraction develops. And no, emotional leadership doesn't mean controlling her. It means controlling yourself. It means staying composed during emotional tension. It means communicating honestly instead of reacting emotionally. It means remaining grounded when situations become uncertain. Because the truth is, women don't fall deepest for excitement alone. They fall deepest for emotional peace. A man who brings emotional calm into her life becomes unforgettable. You'll notice that when she truly trusts you emotionally, her feminine energy softens naturally around you. She stops trying to impress you constantly. She becomes more authentic, more emotionally open, more relaxed in your presence. She laughs more freely. She expresses herself without fear of judgment. And this is one of the strongest indicators that a woman has emotionally chosen you internally, even if she hasn't verbally confessed it. But here's the danger. The moment your identity starts revolving completely around her attention, the emotional polarity begins collapsing. If your happiness depends entirely on her responses, her attraction slowly weakens. Why? Because women are emotionally drawn to men who already feel emotionally complete within themselves. Men who have purpose, direction, and emotional control outside the relationship itself. Attraction deepens when she feels that your life has meaning beyond chasing her approval. So if she's giving you her attention, her softness, her emotional vulnerability, don't smother it with insecurity. Don't overanalyze every small behavior. Don't rush to force certainty before emotional trust fully develops. Let the connection breathe. Stay calm. Stay purposeful. Stay emotionally centered. Because when a woman feels emotionally safe with a man who remains grounded under pressure, her attachment naturally grows stronger over time. And remember this carefully. Women rarely say, "I'm emotionally attached to you," directly in the beginning. Instead, they reveal it through their energy, through their attention, through the way their behavior changes around you, through the way they slowly allow you deeper access into their emotional world. The question isn't whether women show signs, they do. The real question is whether you're emotionally mature enough to recognize them without destroying the connection through insecurity or desperation. Because at the end of the day, real attraction isn't built through games, manipulation, or constant pursuit. It's built through emotional presence, through calm confidence, through emotional integrity. A woman stays deeply attached to the man whose presence feels like peace instead of pressure. And when you become that kind of man, you stop chasing attraction. Attraction starts naturally moving toward you. So if you enjoyed this video and want more deep insights about female psychology, relationships, and attraction, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications. And tell me in the comments below, what's the biggest sign you've personally noticed when a woman is emotionally interested in someone? I'll see you in the next video.